From strange cryptids spotted on a trail camera in the middle of a forest, Bigfoot sightings and natural disasters, to ghosts haunting a family in their home. These are a few of the things we will look at, so stick to the end. This video might just make you rethink that leisurely stroll through the woods. As this couple is just walking in the forest, they spot something big and dark, moving among the trees. At first, they think it's a bear, which by itself would be enough to worry about, right? Personally, I would certainly not stick around to make this recording. But what is even more scary is that after a few moments, this bear does something bears don't usually do. It stands up on two legs, just like a person. That's when the couple knows it's time to get out of there, fast. The camera's all shaky as they run, trying not to trip over anything, and you can't see any much more after that. So, what was that thing? Some say it might be Bigfoot. Considering how it stood up on its two legs, the dark hair covering its entire body, and the overall massive size, could it be true? While some may doubt the existence of ghosts, this video could sway even skeptics. A man at home witnessed a spooky event, a chair swaying on its own. Perplexed by the sight, he grabbed his phone and started recording. Intrigued and somewhat spooked, he called his wife to witness the unusual spectacle.
Hey, hon, come here.
No, I can't do that.
However, the wife, overwhelmed by fear, hesitated to approach the mysteriously moving chair. There is also something this guy said that made me think. He said that this is the most active he's seen it during the day, which makes us realize that this is not the first strange sight this family has had. But the recording took a chilling turn once he got closer to the chair and looked at the reflection. We can clearly see someone standing in the chair, and even more bizarre, we can then see the ghostly entity stand up from the chair, and it lunges at him.
I'm not liking this. Hon, let's go to dinner.
The man was visibly shaken and started calling for his wife to get out of the house for a while. The lingering question remains: what was the ghost's motive behind this unsettling manifestation? Numerous Bigfoot sightings circulate on the internet, with some debunked but a few remain a mystery. This particular sighting, though less known, is quite compelling. The creature captured in the footage closely matches the traditional descriptions of Bigfoot. A man noticed this creature lurking behind the trees. He anticipated its return and decided to document the encounter. After a short wait, the creature emerged among the trees and gradually moved away. Its massive black hair and bipedal form challenges any simple explanation as a mere bear or person. I personally believe that it is something distinct and notably too enormous for it to be just a man in a costume. The man's recording provides undeniable evidence of an encounter with a large, unidentified creature. Forests are mysterious places, and they harbor countless secrets, especially when veiled in darkness during the night. To uncover the mysteries and observe animal behavior, people often deploy trail cameras in the forest. However, these cameras sometimes capture inexplicable phenomena. In one such footage, humanoid figures were caught on a trail camera. Initially, the camera recorded a creature with human-like features, moving on both hands and feet, creating an unsettling and eerie scene. Later, more eerie individuals emerged before the camera. What's unsettling is that they were unclothed and had eerie, slender bodies. Who were these individuals? What were they doing in the forest at night? I have no explanation for this video, so please feel free to comment. You may have encountered unimaginable and mysterious creatures in your life. It is believed that the ocean is home to thousands of creatures, some of which remain unknown to scientists. Could it be possible that some of these unidentified creatures find their way into ponds and lakes? Incidents have been reported worldwide where eerie and unknown creatures have been observed in such bodies of water. In this footage, a family passing by a pond near the road noticed a large number of worm-like creatures in the water. These creatures resemble worms, but differ in structure and form from typical worms or eels. The entire pond was dominated by the population of these unknown creatures. Intrigued, the family decided to stop their car and started recording the scene. They even captured one of these creatures and placed it in a bucket they had with them. It looks a bit like a centipede with all those little arm-like things around it. But as far as I know, they aren't the swimming type. Does anyone have a clue what they might be? I looked a bit online, but I could not find this species. If you are enjoying this so far, consider subscribing. It really helps me keep this channel going. Here's another Bigfoot captured on camera. A person standing at an elevated location observes some large black creatures below in the woods. They zoom in and out to provide a clearer view of the substantial creature, resembling the typical description of a Bigfoot. However, the video's origin remains uncertain, as we are unaware of where it was recorded and who the recorder is. I can't say for sure whether that's the real thing because I can't see any movement, so it might just be something resembling Bigfoot. The Michigan Dogman, first reported in 1887 in Wexford County, Michigan, is a creature from Folklore standing 7 feet tall with a bipedal, canine-like appearance. It features blue or amber eyes and a human-like torso, emitting a fearsome howl resembling a human scream. Legends propose its appearance in a 10-year cycle, with sightings scattered across various Michigan locations, primarily in the northwestern part of the Lower Peninsula. This video depicts an eerie creature resembling a dogman, recorded in the woods. Its limbs look very strange, looking a bit like that of a human. However, the entire body structure is that of a dog or wolf. Many have assumed that this would be a small specimen of that dogman legendary creature. What do you think? Some individuals enjoy teasing animals. In this video, a group of friends visiting a pond brought along a remotely controlled toy crane. Outside the pond, a few crocodiles are resting. As part of their premeditated plan, they stand a considerable distance away from the crocodiles and use the remote control to maneuver the toy crane towards them. The crane strikes one crocodile on the head, prompting it to jump into the water. They repeat the action with another crocodile, hitting it with the crane's arm, causing it to follow suit and leap into the water. The crocodiles are taken aback by this unexpected intruder into their territory. I can't say I am pleased with the guy's behavior. Just leave the animals alone. I am sure you would not be so brave face to face with them. This video from southern Thailand shows the aftermath of devastating floods, revealing a cow tangled in a tree. The footage exposes the harsh reality faced by a group of 18 cows swept away by floodwaters. The cow hangs at least 2 meters above the ground, caught amidst 3 branches. As the floodwaters hit the region, multiple livestock got swept away, this being the aftermath. The owner found 4 cows, with one tragically stuck on top of a tree. It is believed that the cow stayed stuck for several days up there. I feel very sorry for the animals, as well as for the people in that region. The debate about the existence of ghosts continues to this day. However, sometimes inexplicable phenomena occur that defy normal explanations. In this footage, a person, taken aback by the unexpected movements of a bike, starts recording. The cycle can be seen moving around on its own. Captured at night in the mere light of a smartphone, the entire scenario appears eerie and unsettling. What's even more unnerving is that the bike isn't only roaming on its own, but is pedaling without anyone present. This is entirely strange and goes against the known laws of the universe. Nothing typically happens without a cause or force. And in this case, the force causing it can't be seen. Does this simply mean that ghosts are real. Ghosts are occasionally undetectable, remaining hidden from human eyes, but at times they reveal themselves. The same scenario unfolds in this video. The individual, having heard numerous stories about a creepy town inhabited by ghosts that emerge at night, decides to stop and observe the town during the night. Exiting his car, he turns on the flash to his camera to document his experience. The entire footage appears somewhat unsettling. Initially, nothing notable or extraordinary catches his eye, but suddenly he directs his camera toward a nearby building. The building looks eerie, but unexpectedly, something unsettling occurs. The person captures footage of a substantial entity moving inside the building. Clearly not human, it appears to be a massive shadow, leaving its identity shrouded in mystery. Upon witnessing the ghostly figure, the person recording the incident hastily runs towards his car. Was that a real encounter with a lost soul trapped inside that building? If you got so far in the video, it means you're a dedicated viewer. Thank you. And if you subscribe and hit the bell button, I promise to keep posting these for you to enjoy. Sasquatch, also known as Bigfoot, has long been a mystery people searched for, with many sightings occurring unofficially. But have ever considered witnessing a baby Bigfoot? In this footage, an individual documents a deceased creature resembling a baby Bigfoot. While it shares the appearance described by Bigfoot, it is notably smaller. It's evident that the creature is not human. It has dark hair all over its body and appears bigger than what we'd expect from a human baby. The video was recorded in a wooded area, but details about the recorder and subsequent events remain unclear. I can say for certain whether this video is real or just a prop made to get some views. What do you think? Here's another encounter with an unknown and eerie creature captured on camera. A person notices this peculiar being in a pool and begins recording the encounter. It looks like a turtle or strange fish, clearly understanding that the human means no harm. I am not sure about you, but I have never seen a fish or turtle looking like this. The creature's behavior, approaching humans for food, suggests prior positive encounters with people who treated it well, eliminating any fear it might have had, but I still have questions about what exactly it is. This video starts with a chilling narrative detailing how authorities were dispatched to a forest to investigate a disturbing incident involving an alleged Bigfoot that reportedly killed and consumed a man. To aid their search, they install a trail camera in the snowy, mountainous forest. The first footage captured by this camera reveals a large, black, hairy creature moving between the trees. Despite the snow and distance, the image is reasonably clear, showing the creature standing on two legs, resembling the legendary Bigfoot. The video then transitions to a second piece of footage featuring two deer. Initially, the deer appear calm, but gradually, one becomes increasingly agitated and nervous, as if sensing a looming threat. This video, with its apparent sighting of a creature resembling Bigfoot and the subsequent behavior of the deer, leaves an unsettling feeling. The idea that something so mysterious and potentially dangerous could be lurking in the forest makes me think twice before I decide to go camping. In this video, a man films the peak of a towering mountain. As he zooms in, the camera reveals a surprising sight atop the mountain, a large black figure, its size and shape evoking the image of the legendary Bigfoot. The figure's presence on the cloud, enshrouded peak, adds a layer of mystery and intrigue to the footage. The contrast between the distant lofty peak and the striking silhouette of the figure is striking. Watching this, one can't help but feel a sense of unease mixed with fascination. The possibility of such a creature like Bigfoot existing in such remote and inaccessible places stirs the imagination and curiosity. In this startling video, captured by a security camera in front of a house, we witness a harrowing scene. The homeowners, a man and a woman, are seen in a state of panic, with the woman and her dog frantically running toward the safety of their house. They are desperately trying to escape from a bear that is chasing them. The footage shows the woman successfully making it into the house, though it's unclear if the dog follows suit. After the chase, the bear halts at a bush near the front of the house and ceases its pursuit. The presence of a bear in the middle of a city setting is both unusual and concerning. The sight of a bear chasing residents in a city is not only strange, but also a stark reminder of the increasingly frequent interactions between humans and wildlife in shared spaces. In this video, a man is hiking through a forest, likely in autumn, as indicated by the leafless trees. He spots a black, hairy creature off the side of the path, piquing his curiosity. Intrigued, he follows the figure with his camera as it crosses the path, moving calmly and seemingly unaware of being observed. The creature walks on 2 feet, adding to the mystery. As the man continues to film, he momentarily loses sight of the creature among the trees, but persists and manages to recapture its image. This peculiar detail leads to speculation about the creature's identity. The calm demeanor of the creature, especially in the presence of a human, is intriguing. It doesn't exhibit any predatory behavior, which casts doubt on the idea of it being a dangerous entity like a dogman. This raises questions about the authenticity of the video. The footage leaves an unsettling feeling. Is that really the best footage to date of a real dogman, or is it fake? In this video, a group of people on an expedition to observe gorillas in the wild are filming a seemingly peaceful scene. They capture a group of gorillas relaxing in their natural habitat. However, the calm atmosphere quickly shifts when one of the gorillas, appearing agitated, suddenly charges towards the group at a rapid pace. The gorilla's unexpected action brings a sense of danger and urgency to the moment. It even goes as far as to grab a man by the foot, attempting to drag him away, which heightens the tension. Fortunately, the quick intervention of the guides ensures the man's safety. This incident serves as a powerful reminder of the unpredictability of wildlife, even when they seem at ease. In this video, captured by a trail camera in a forest at night, we see an intriguing and somewhat eerie image. The camera records a large, hairy creature lurking among the trees, its 2 eyes shining in the darkness. The creature's size and appearance evoke the image of Bigfoot, a legendary figure in folklore. The forest's nocturnal setting adds a mysterious aura to the footage, with the creature's glowing eyes intensifying the sense of mystery. It's difficult to determine exactly what the creature is due to the limited visibility and the camera's position. Watching this video leaves an unsettling feeling, especially with the creature's resemblance to the legendary Bigfoot. It's a reminder of how much remains unknown about the natural world, particularly in the depths of the forest at night. This video narrates the chilling story of a man named Jeff who went solo camping and mysteriously vanished. His personal items, such as his wallet, medical inhaler, and camera, were later discovered in the forest. Intriguingly, the camera contained footage from the night Jeff disappeared. In the footage, Jeff captures a large humanoid figure with no discernible face. The figure abruptly vanishes, sparking Jeff's curiosity to venture deeper into the forest in search of it. The video then cuts off, leaving the fate of Jeff unknown. The footage, especially with the sudden appearance and disappearance of the strange figure, makes me really nervous. It leaves me with questions about what Jeff might have encountered in the forest that night. In this video, captured from above by a drone, we see a man enjoying a peaceful bath in the crystal clear waters of Florida. He appears relaxed and unaware of his surroundings. However, the serenity of the scene is subtly disrupted when a manatee quietly approaches him. The gentle marine creature stands right beside the man, unnoticed for about 15 seconds. The moment the man finally realizes the presence of the large manatee next to him, he reacts with a startle, quickly swimming away. This sudden movement, in turn, frightens the manatee, causing it to retreat as well. In this dramatic video, someone films from the street as a building is engulfed in flames, with thick smoke pouring out of the shattered windows on the fire-ravaged floor. Amidst the chaos and concern, a startling moment occurs. A cat is seen leaping out of a fifth-floor window. Remarkably, the cat lands on all 4 feet, a testament to its agility and survival instinct. The sight of the cat making such a daring escape and surviving is both shocking and impressive. Cats are known for their ability to land on their feet due to their highly developed vestibular system, but a leap from such a height is extraordinary. In this video from a home security camera, we witness an unusual nighttime intrusion. A bear breaks into a house and heads straight to the kitchen, the sacred haven of food. The bear sniffs around, clearly on the hunt for a snack, and eventually zeroes in on the fridge, opening the fridge with surprising ease. The bear rummages through, but seems uninterested in its contents. It then proceeds to search the drawers and cabinets, continuing its quest for food. This footage of a bear exploring a kitchen is both fascinating and unnerving. The ease with which the bear navigates the human space, searching for food, is a stark reminder of the adaptability and intelligence of wildlife. I would be terrified to wake up with a bear inside my kitchen during the night. In this chilling video, a policeman is recording while driving on a road at night when he notices a figure in the distance. Initially, it's unclear what the figure is. But as the policeman approaches with his car, the figure becomes more distinct. It appears to be a human, possibly a woman, draped in a white cloak and holding a stick. The sight is deeply unsettling. The policeman, visibly frightened, stops the car and starts yelling, attempting to drive the figure away from the street. However, the situation escalates as the figure, instead of moving away, starts running aggressively towards the car. This reaction sends the policeman into a panic, causing him to drive backwards frantically. As the video concludes with the figure at the side of the car and the policeman's terrified screams, it leaves a haunting impression. The figure's behavior and appearance in the desolate road at night evoke thoughts of something supernatural, possibly a witch, adding a layer of fear and mystery to the encounter. This video, captured by a street surveillance camera, shows a young boy playing alone in a park, surrounded by trees. Suddenly, the calm scene takes a dramatic turn when a dog appears, chasing a bear. It becomes clear that the bear had been dangerously close to the unsuspecting child, and the dog's intervention potentially saved the boy from a hazardous encounter. The presence of a bear so close to a child is alarming, and the dog's quick response is both brave and crucial. The bear, seemingly startled by the dog, is driven away from the park area. The footage leaves a lasting impression of the unexpected nature of wildlife encounters, especially in areas frequented by people. This incident could have taken a much more dangerous turn, if not for the timely intervention of the courageous dog. This video, though cute, leaves an unsettling feeling about the increasing interactions between wildlife and residential areas. It makes me wonder what is going on and why are these encounters so frequent. This video, captured by a garage surveillance camera, shows a startling and unusual animal encounter. A man is seen working on a project at a table in his garage, seemingly occupied with his task. Unexpectedly, a squirrel enters the garage, and in a surprising turn of events, it aggressively attacks the man, leaping onto his face. The man quickly reacts, removing the squirrel and fleeing, visibly injured from the encounter. Squirrels are generally known for being skittish and keeping a distance from humans, making this aggressive behavior highly unusual and concerning. This incident, where a typically timid creature like a squirrel launches an attack, is indeed alarming. It suggests an unusual shift in the behavior of wildlife, perhaps indicating stress or confusion in their natural environment, probably caused by humans. In this intriguing video, filmed from the perspective of a driver on the road, we witness an unexpected and baffling event. The driver is following a heavy tonnage truck, when suddenly the truck makes a swift turn, as if trying to avoid something. Initially, the reason for this abrupt maneuver is unclear. However, the mystery deepens as the camera reveals a man in a lab coat appearing seemingly out of nowhere on the right side of the truck. The suddenness of his appearance raises questions, as he was definitely not visible before. This unusual occurrence gives the impression that the man might have teleported onto the road, although this seems far-fetched. The video leaves me with a strange feeling, primarily due to the inexplicable appearance of the man in the lab coat. The incident seems to defy logical explanation, adding a sense of wonder and unease. In this video, captured by a surveillance camera in an office, we observe a typical work scene. A man is engaged in a video conference when suddenly his demeanor changes. He appears startled and begins to look around anxiously, as if he's heard something alarming. The calm of the office is abruptly shattered when a squirrel unexpectedly jumps into the room, causing a chaotic reaction. The man, clearly terrified, responds with a scream, grabs a bat, and jumps onto his desk in a frantic attempt to avoid the small intruder. The video captures the humorous yet startling effect a small animal like a squirrel can have when it enters an unexpected environment like an office. This video, recorded by surveillance cameras inside a house, captures a series of eerie occurrences that suggest a paranormal presence. The first footage shows a girl playing with her dolls. Notably, in the corner of the room, another doll dressed in a purple dress with two ponytails exhibits strange behavior. Its head slowly moves on its own, stirring questions about a possible ghostly presence in the house. In the second footage, taken in a different room, the same girl is seen doing her homework. Initially, papers on the table start moving abruptly, startling the girl and causing her to flee the room. Upon her return, the unexplained movements resume. Papers flutter again, her pencil box falls to the floor, and the table begins to shift by itself, as if manipulated by an unseen force. The incidents in this video, particularly the unexplained movements of inanimate objects, leave an unsettling impression. It suggests the presence of a ghost, seemingly intent on making its presence felt. Recorded in 2016, this video was anonymously posted on YouTube. and it features something that can be absolutely considered to be the stuff of nightmares. The man keeps saying that they heard someone screeching, and it was not anything like they have heard before. So he went down and out of the house to look if it was an animal in need of help or something, but instead found a creepy cryptid right on the roof staring back at him. It looked like a human with white straight hair, staring right at him. In seconds, the creature ducked back down and disappeared in the darkness. No matter how much the man tried, he could not find it again. The face of the creature reminds me of the rake, but it seems way too calm compared to the descriptions I have heard about. What do you think? Uploaded a couple of years ago by a YouTuber who has made the goal of his life to track Bigfoot and to prove to the whole world that they exist. But once as he was tracking the trail that he found, he somehow got too close to the beast and in the process ended up pissing the beast off. As he moved his flashlight and the camera towards where the creature was, the two glowing eyes stared into his soul and he knew he had messed up. If we look into it closely, we can clearly see that the creature was ready to pounce upon the man and get done with him once and for all. However, the guy ran for his life, and luckily the creature did not follow him around. Personally, I would have dismissed this clip by saying it could be some car's headlights, but after the editing of the footage, we can clearly see the creature moving its head towards the man, so they have to belong to a deadly creature. We can also see the size of the creature. It looks to be massive. This video was uploaded on TikTok with a guy claiming he saw this weird thing when he was out with friends late at night. He had no idea what the insect was, so he uploaded it in order to see what others had to say. It looked like a praying mantis trying its best to mimic a scorpion. The video sent a wave of shock and weirdness on everyone who saw it. For some, it was a mix between some saw-trap bug and a scorpion, while for others, it was a bug straight out of hell. I had this clip for weeks and was looking around what this might be, but was not able to find out. Do any of you know what this thing is? They say soldiers who die while protecting their country never really die. These guys were out driving late at night when one of them saw something on the bench in front of them. It looked like someone was sitting there, but it was not clear. As the car moved on, they saw it was not a real person, but a ghost of a man. Before this clip was recorded and uploaded, many people had reported seeing a soldier in uniform sitting on the bench, as if waiting for someone, and it will not be a coincidence that the bench was right next to a war memorial built years ago. The soldier probably came there every night in search of his loved ones, and in the hope that he will get to see them one day. The ocean can be way scarier than what you or I have ever imagined, and I am not talking about what lies beneath hundreds of feet deep. I am talking about how scary it can be even for someone who is on his boat on the surface. Take this man, for instance. He was just fishing peacefully when an orca or killer whale spotted it and decided to give him a chase he will remember his whole life.
Hey, it's coming this way. Let it jump on us. Hey. Ah! Go!
Killer whales are called this way because they leave not one single soul in the entire ocean that they won't take for lunch. And that includes even big whales and sharks. So that indicates that orcas can be way more dangerous than a white shark following you, because they are the fastest and one of the most intelligent animals as well. So you can just imagine what a terrifying experience this might have been for the fishermen. Thankfully, all it did was give the men quite a good chase and then left them alone. Imagine coming to your home, but before you enter the house, you see a weird sight, a creepy crawling creature right on the roof, looking at you. As you start filming, the creature hides behind the roof, only for it to reappear on the ground right in front of you. Well, this is exactly what happened to this man a couple of years ago in Brazil. As he uploaded the clip on the internet, he claimed this was an alien he saw and recorded on his camera. The clip received mixed reactions from people, from some claiming it being real to others thinking the video is fake and edited. For me, the video does look like it is edited, because if it isn't, should we start believing that the aliens are roaming on Earth without anyone noticing? Or could it be another cryptid? This video dates back to 1999 from Norton Hall, a daycare for old people. A group of care workers were continuously hearing weird sounds, which according to them sounded like a cat. They tried finding where the cat was, but they couldn't. However, one night when the cat was heard meowing way loudly than before, they decided to leave a laptop with a webcam on to see if it could catch the animal in need of help somehow. And what the camera recorded was a cat, but not a real one. Instead, a ghost cat was the animal they could hear the cries of. According to the people, that night, one person died there at the age of 99, and he was known to be the ultimate cat lover and even had a cat shelter. After that night, no one ever heard any cat crying for help ever again. Could it have been the spirit of a cat he cared for in his life, coming to visit him one more time, perhaps coming to help him into the afterlife? Most of the time, we have seen bears being outrun by hikers or snowboarders. However, if those clips make you think that if you ever encounter a bear, you can easily outrun it, then let me tell you, that is a wrong assumption you are making there. Watch this clip where we can see a grizzly bear sitting peacefully. However, in a minute, it starts running around, possibly trying to scare the animals around it or to catch one. And we can see how fast the bear hopping around in the long grass like no big deal. As a matter of fact, bears can run at a speed of 42 kilometers or around 30 miles per hour. So leave whichever thought you had in mind of outrunning a bear, because not even Usain Bolt with his top speed can do that. Your best bet if you don't have pepper spray is to either scare it or play dead. Recorded in 2015, the tragedy for this intruder unfolds as he jumps off the wall into the backyard of this house. He had no single idea what was about to happen. With his evil intentions, he was all in for looting whatever he gets his hands on. After minutes of looking around and seeing how everything is locked up with chains, he starts moving towards the front of the house to see if there was anything there he could steal. However, that's when one of the big dogs spots him and comes into action. The man tried his best to get away from the dog, from pushing it and kicking it away. To me, it even looks like the dog is not even giving his best. He's just pulling him a bit, while the other's dogs stand aside for most part. After minutes of struggle, he managed to get above a cart where the dog couldn't reach him and cried for help. This clip was recorded in 2019, and it shows how in the middle of the road, a man is seen standing completely still, as the cars moving on the road have to stop and turn around to avoid the man. He just stands there without even blinking or moving an inch from his spot. According to the men who were in the car, it was enough to give anyone a heart attack, as it was quite late at night, and to encounter that, anyone will think of it as a ghost or something. I am not sure what his deal is. Was the guy trying to scare people? Some people had said it is a cardboard made so that drivers slow down, but it is one of the most realistic ones I've seen, if that's the case. There is no limit to how scary nature can be, and there are some people who get to witness the terrifying side of nature firsthand. For instance, these people who were going on their way when suddenly trees started falling right in front of their car, as they stopped to see what was happening. It took them a second to realize they were in the middle of something very scary, and they needed to back off quickly, which they did. However, they were already in the heart of the action, so there was not time to get all the way out. The trees kept falling one by one, and ultimately one hit their car. But fortunately, it was a smaller one. Thankfully, these people were safe, but many were not as lucky, as this deadly landslide hit lots of homes and buildings and caught many people off guard, not ready to escape at all. Glitches in the Matrix are not something only bound to the movie. There are times when humans have encountered these glitches happening in real life as well, making us all think if what the movie said was actually true or not. This clip showed one such incident when a man saw a flock of sheep, which were normally grazing a moment ago, go still in a second. Not even one of them was seen moving. They just stood there, like someone took life out of them. The man was shocked to see what was happening, and so he saved the moment in his camera. The clip is 34 seconds long, and all that time, the sheep remained as still as they could. This clip even has me shocked. I have no idea what can cause such a phenomenon. Was there a predator nearby, and for some reason they thought freezing is the best course of action? If any of you have any idea what this was, feel free to comment down below. Seemingly a usual day in 2019, with trucks going on their business on the road. But then, not even a minute passes, and a huge windstorm is sensed to be coming towards the place. At first, it is only the benches which are pushed around by the wind, but soon the signboards, the tent nearby, and everything turns into a chaos as the storm approaches closer and closer to our spot. In just a matter of moments, we see a usual day turn into a mess. I am thankful I have not encountered many tornadoes, because this looks completely terrifying. This is like just a glimpse of the sheer power nature holds. When a person first sees it, the mind quickly relates it with blood, and all we can think about is that this is a bloody river, which might have a terrifying past attached to it as well. As terrifying as this is, it did not turn red due to blood being spilled in it. Instead, the river has this color due to the sediment content in it. The river carries a significant amount of sediment, which gives it a reddish hue, especially during the monsoon season when it swells with water and erodes the riverbanks. But for sure, it will give you a short panic attack if you were to see it for the first time. Sometimes even the smallest of fellas can prove to be the strongest. For instance, in this clip, when a burglar jumped from a wall into this house's backyard, he had the intention of stealing whatever he could from the house. After examining the backyard for a few seconds and not finding anything, he moved on to the front of the house in the hopes of getting his hands on something valuable there. However, the little doggo that was following him around all this time sensed that the man did not have good intentions. So, it started barking at him and chased him around to the wall where he had jumped in from. The man, not knowing what else to do and fearing being caught, ran for his life and did not stop until he was far, far away from the reach of the dog. The owner later found the video and could not be any more grateful for the dog. Most of the time, we see humans being chased by bears in the wild. But what will happen if a bear somehow ends up in the middle of lots of humans in the village or the city? Well, this clip will give you all your answers. As this bear wandered off from the wild into the village and found itself surrounded by a number of humans, it freaked out, which is a very normal reaction for the animals. And during all that, it ended up chasing a man, getting on top of him, and running away without harming him. All due to the noises and the charging humans he could see everywhere. As the video ended right there, I have no idea what happened to the bear, and if it made it out alive or not. The quick action of the men charging towards the bear might have saved the man's life. I bet that will be an amazing story to share later on. This man saw an unusual sight and recorded it so he can share it with the world later. A bird was seen stuck in the middle of the air. It looked like something just stopped that bird when it was flying in the air. There were no ropes or strings in sight that we could assume the bird would be hanging on. It was literally just floating. Not just the man, but the whole internet was shocked, unable to believe what they were seeing was real. Could it be another glitch in the Matrix? Or are there more mysteries in the world that humans haven't resolved yet? A man shared this video on his Facebook profile, asking his friends and followers for answers about his terrifying encounter. At the start of the video, we can see a creature both terrifying and strange pouncing around in the backyard. It's really aggressive towards the man, and you can hear hissing sounds from it. At a quick glance, it might look like a weird bat or ray fish that ended up in the wrong place. But if you look closely, it has hands and legs all connected by thin wings, and even little horns on its head. It's like a creature that comes right out of hell. Even the dog in the video doesn't seem brave enough to go near this frightening thing, would you? Only when it's nighttime and when there's no one around, except for the deep forests and empty road, that's when the unknown emerges. This footage unfolds from a car's rearview camera, capturing a desolate forest road. While the car is reversed on the road, everything appears typical at first. Until it suddenly isn't. During the reverse, a young woman inside the car catches sight of something in the distance. It's a shadowy figure that seems to be slowly moving. However, as the girl noticed closely, the figure was moving nowhere except towards the car. This figure begins a gradual approach, then picks up pace, hurtling toward the car. As the figure gets close, as any sane person will do, they press on the gas pedal and speed away. Up close, you can see the figure's long arms and big body that look a lot like a Bigfoot. But I'm not quite sure if that's a Bigfoot or cryptid or just some crazy man. It gives you a creepy feeling to think about what could have happened if the car didn't manage to get away in time. Now, this footage is another piece of evidence suggesting the existence of ghosts, or cryptids. It was recorded on an animal farm where the owner had installed a security camera to capture nighttime activities. In this footage, an unsettling occurrence is observed. Cows are present on the farm when, out of nowhere, an eerie-looking creature emerges near them. The cows appear terrified, stepping back from this unidentified creature. The creature, with no resemblance to familiar human or animal features, is characterized by a tail from what I can make out, and big, shiny eyes. For a while, it remains on a nearby wall, causing apprehension. Suddenly, it jumps among the cows, further alarming them. After lingering among the cows for a while, the creature jumps back onto the wall and eventually disappears. The nature of this creature remains unknown, leaving us with unanswered questions about its identity. For more interesting and strange footage, check this out.